All right. You did it! You did it! Yeah! All right, boys and girls, thank you for joining me today. Today we're gonna go through processing some of our orders because it's officially fall. Well, not technically fall because that's not until I think the 22nd, and we're still early in the month here in September, but we have tons of orders that's telling me it's fall because these are our fall bestsellers selling right now. So I'm gonna take you through today and show you how we make them. Let's pack them, get them out the door, and then we'll even install them on our home so we can feel a bit, I guess, more festive for the time of year it is. And also it's a fun project to enjoy with our son, Blake. You may be asking me, what are these behind the wall? Oh, I'm so happy you asked. These are actually a child's playroom or nursery graphics that we designed. They're decals that we make in-house and printed them, and we actually tested them right here in our son's playroom. I'm sitting in his playroom right now. So this is the entire solar system. Of course, we have all of our planets, and then included in the set are stars. We have a UFO, spaceship, astronauts, but these are just the planets. They're beautiful, the watercolor texture, and they're on a removable, that's right. It's even called repositionable graphic. Look at that. Comes off no problem. We can place it anywhere we want. Now it's back on the wall and it's done. And we can do that over and over and over again. This is actually truly a really unique decal. It doesn't damage the walls. You're able to have fun with it and apply it with your children, decorate nurseries. This is a product that I'm super excited about. We're gonna be seeing more and more of it. They're a lot of fun to create. They're a lot of fun to print. They're a lot of fun to put on the walls. And really the sky is the limit. So we're gonna continue developing these, share those with you along the way. All right, so we've gotta get to work. I gotta get this machine running and get these items made. I don't wanna spoil what they are yet, but you'll see. So this is our Graphtec FC 4060. Okay, so this right here, this is our Graphtec FCX 4000. This is the 60, so it's the 60-inch model. We got it just set up here on a table. It's a flatbed cutter with an electrostatic bed. So everything is held down by electrostatic. It's not a vacuum table. Now I'm gonna show you what we use it for. Let's get this machine turned on. All right, now the hardest part is loading the material. So we got to get a fresh one in there. Obviously we ran out. Thankfully the material's here because we got orders coming in and I didn't really know what to do. I was almost in panic mode. So typically we work with a lot of vinyl or print and graphics materials, but this is something a bit different. It weighs about 5,000 pounds. Can you guess what it is yet? It's so heavy that the thing that holds it in the shipping package is already destroyed because people just drop these, they don't want to carry them. It's actually quite brutal. Now I got to try to get it out of the box. It's too heavy, I can't even lift it. I'm gonna have to cheat and just cut the box open. Okay, now this is by far the scariest part. I have to reach over the machine and place it on the holder. But check this end out. This thing, it's that heavy, it was dropped and smashed. Okay, let's get this loaded up. Oh, now I have to make sure it's loaded in the right direction. Please be in the right direction. It's got a cover on it. Oh, protector sheet. Oh, jeez. And it's loaded. Let's get this shipping material wrap or protection wrap off. Can you guess what it is yet? I'm not gonna tell you. Let's get that tucked under the cutter and set to our 0. Right there looks good. And we will back feed it back to the roll. Put it down. And just like that, we get to touch the fun green button. Ready? Now material is held down. All right, now we have to go to the computer and send the job to the cutter. Here we are in Illustrator. I've already got all of the products laid out here. So this is what we're making today. Not sure if this is what you guessed, and I'm not sure if you know what the material is yet. But we're gonna go ahead and send this to our cutter. We got everything laid out here in Illustrator. This is our working space that we're gonna use because our material is dictating that, not the size of the cutting bed. So now that we have it there, we're gonna use Cutting Master 5. So this is a free downloadable plugin that you can get from GraphTech. So here they are laid out. That's our 0 on the machine. So here you can see we got our GraphTech on the network already. So that's how I set up the network cable. Everything's already laid out with the cut lines. So it's pretty straightforward at this point. We just send it to the cutter. On my cutter, I already have all of my settings dialed in. We're not using registration marks because we're not doing a print to cut. Obviously, this is only a cut. On the cutter, I already have all the settings set up to cut this material at the speed I want, with the force that I want, and the blade depth is already set for this material. So this is ready to go. And just like that, we send our job. Just click output and the machine is already running. Look at that. Let's go check it out on the machine. And just like that, we send our job. Just click output and the machine is already running. Look at that. Let's go check it out on the machine. So we sent the job to the cutter. Cutter's already going and cutting the files out of here. So now we just let it run and we move on to our next project. All right, so I'm just coming back here to check and make sure that the material is still staying held down, and I want to make sure, that it's not bubbling up, and that obviously that our knife isn't dragging or moving the material. That's a big problem. This is a relatively fresh blade in there, so it should be cutting really well. And I did remember to turn on the green button, so this material shouldn't go anywhere. Always make sure you turn the green button on, or you will really regret that and have a very big mess to clean up, potentially damage your machine, and you're going to be throwing material away. All right, the machine finished the cut, so now we got to get this material off of here. Turn off the green button, separate the material from the bed, kind of break that static bond. That's a bit tighter than I thought it was. I can't even fit my hand in there. So we're gonna go ahead and send this back to home. And now we'll separate it. And that's one order down. We can go ahead and get the next order going. We'll roll the material out again. Tuck it underneath. Looks like we need a bit more material. Make sure that we're set all the way to the 0, which we are. There we go. And then hit the green button. I must emphasize, hit the green button. And now we're ready to go back to the computer and we're sending this job again. Okay, so today you're gonna get a sneak peek at how we used to do this, and I guess how we still currently do it, but this is kind of the backup way, the backup method. I have retrofit a CNC router with a drag knife, and we also cut here. This was the first way we were cutting for a very long time, for years and years, before we ended up graduating to the bigger machine. The benefit is we're able to run both machines at the same time, and anytime you can produce more at the same time, that's always a win. So let's go ahead and get this machine set up. So my biggest tip to you, that if you want to be a small business owner, you pretty much have to find a solution no matter what. There's gonna be many times where you feel like you can't find a solution to something, get something done, figure out a way to do something, and that's just not possible. You have to find a way. So the quicker you become resourceful or get better at problem solving, the easier your life is going to be. It's almost like you have to create a habit to take action. I know that sounds a bit silly, but once you develop this habit of constantly taking action, this is when you're going to notice the greatest positive gains in your business and in your life ever. So now we have to initialize this machine. So basically it's just learning where it's at right now. It's checking its position, it's bringing it to a known location, which should be its absolute 0, and then it's going to go from there to home. So right now it's making sure that it knows its position. That was a close call. Wow. Luckily that didn't hit me. I was trying to act like I had more confidence, but you probably saw the flinch. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and load our job. Material obviously is already loaded. So I've went ahead and I've already made these programs a a long time ago. We've been using them for a while and they work great. So I did put a fresh blade in there the other day, so it's ready to go. And we're gonna go ahead, run this job. So basically we tricked the machine. It thinks it has a tool in the router, but it's actually got a drag knife set to it. So what we actually had to do to run this machine is offset the 0 from where the tool actually comes out of the router to where the drag knife is. It may seem a bit complicated, but essentially you're just pretending that you move the location of where the tool is offset by a few inches. So it's gonna go ahead and cut. Now we have both machines running at the same time, and I gotta get back on the computer and take care of things on there. Ready? Put it on the wall. Good job, Blake. Good job. Good job. Good job. Good job. You did it. Hey, good job. Woo! Good job. Good job, Blake. Yeah. Good job. What's this one? Ready? Ready? What's that? Good job. What's this? Good job! Yay! Blake, ready? Good job! You did it! You did it! Yeah! Would you? Woohoo! Woohoo! For you. Oh, good job! You did it! You did it! Good job! Good job! Wow, look at you! You did it! Is this the Batmobile? Is that the Batmobile? Good job! So, with the help of my son, I am now driving a Batmobile. So you can see here, many people stick them to their cars. It was his idea, not mine. And now I get to feel like Batman for the rest of the month. So I really have nothing to complain about. Blake, say hi. Hi. I think my son just decided what I'm gonna have to dress up for is Halloween, and that's gonna be Batman. And you may ask, why is that? That's because he just turned my car into the Batmobile. So we've been packing and shipping these things like crazy as we go into October. These are quite a popular item. Honestly, we love making them. Families love them. You're able to put them on there. Garage door with your kids. Start to ring the holiday season in, right? And now we got us thinking like, what's his Halloween costume gonna be this year? It seems like literally every day I'm getting a load delivered of like 2, 3, 4 rolls of magnet. And we're just constantly cutting, packing, cutting. It's crazy. So one of the hardest parts is always trying to find a product like this that's so special to people, that can be made and it's high quality, right? I feel like oftentimes the internet is just filled with cheap garbage, right? You get so used to cheap garbage on Amazon, cheap garbage everywhere. Even Etsy's getting full of cheap garbage. Allows for people to have quality time with their friends and family, brings a smile to their face every day. That is truly something special. And that's exactly why we do things like this. And we have so many more ideas in the works right now for magnetic products like this for the holidays. I think this is something great, you know, quick decor that lasts, it's high quality, truly something special. So again, I'm Quinn. I am a small business owner. I run a business with my wife, and my family helps, of course, and a new father. So thanks for sticking it out with me today. If you want to see more content like this, I'm looking forward to sharing a lot more bits and pieces of my business and how we do things with everybody. So let me know in the comments down below what kind of business you guys run. Do you do any holiday products, or is that something you've never worked with before? One thing I really got to get into, Christmas. Everybody has such a successful Q4, and it's my weakest time. It's really my weakest time, and I'm scared to admit that because I feel like everybody has a successful Q4. What are you guys doing for Q4? You know, let me know. I'm really curious. I'd like to put some ideas to the test. Did I mention that they're waterproof, strong magnet? Look how thick that is. I mean, they're super thick. It even holds its own shape. It pulls itself on there. They don't come off. They're really hard to move. They're stuck on there. And they just go on like that. Of course, they have, you know, one side is a strong magnet, one side is not. This side, it's not really gonna stick. You gotta get the right magnetic side down, but they stick, and that's it. You know, wind doesn't knock them down. Water doesn't affect them, and they're just like that. You put them up, you're done with them. Don't worry about it. Take them down once the season's over with. You know, this is like 20 bats. You know, we offer a variety of pack sizes. We sell them in an 8-pack, very simple. People put them on their cars, refrigerators, things like that. We sell a 16-pack, very popular. This is like 20, so we're somewhere in the middle here, but it's closer to a 16-pack. And you can see that it fills up a big 2-car garage door really well, actually. And if it was a single-car garage door, it would be super filled. But we do offer them all the way up to like a 66-pack. It's a huge pack. There's so many bats. It fills every inch of the garage door, and it's really actually something quite crazy to see. So check it out and let us know what you think. I will see you guys on the next one.